So I feel bad for the guys who run Nvidia, Jensen Huang and that group.
Why?
Well, hold on. I don't feel that bad for him.
Oh, okay,
Okay.
okay.
Jensen Huang has over, $100 billion.
He's got a lot.
I feel bad this way. They think they have a China deal every 4 or 5 days. And
Yeah.
every 4 or 5 days it changes. The most recent thing is that the antitrust authorities in China have now brought a case against Nvidia and have said that they've made a decision that it basically represents one of its businesses represents a monopoly in China. It's a business that they own. They bought maybe 2-3 years ago that helps manage the efficiency of data centers. It is not
Right.
a chip company. It's basically a
Right. Right.
bolt-on.
Right.
But if you go back, at first, the U.S. government said you can't sell chips.
Right.
It hurts us too much strategically. All right. No chips. Then, as a matter of fact, Nvidia said in one of its earnings reports that we should not count on any revenue from China. It's like a year ago. Then what happens is, okay, well, you can buy the dumbed down chip, the
Right.
H20, the chip for idiots. Okay, great.
Okay. We can work with
Next,
that.
Howard Lutnick, who was a billionaire trader from Wall Street, who's now our Commerce Secretary, makes a comment to the press that said, it's not our first best product. It's not our second best product. It's not our third best product. It's our fourth best product. That's what we're giving the
Uh-oh.
Chinese. The Chinese said that they were insulted. And then they ran around China to all the tech companies and said, start to build your own product. We want you to build your own product. We want our own AI chips. So that was the next wave is that you're going to, if you're Alibaba, you're going to be buying a Chinese made AI chip.
Yeah, and is it Huawei that's the big competitor in that chip
Look, here's the
slice
problem.
out in China? It's Huawei and somebody else, right?
Yeah, but nobody knows how good those are except for the Chinese. And if they were
Well, true.
really, really,
Yeah,
really good, they
that's
would have
exactly
told
right.
Nvidia to take a hike,
Right.
right? So now Nvidia is back in this situation where they don't know how good their China business is going to be. I suspect that since it's not a charge that has to do with the core Nvidia chip business, that it may not be, like the sinking of the Titanic. It may
Yeah.
not spill over into these other things. The president wants the deal to stay around because he's collecting 15%.
Yeah.
The government gets 15% of every
Everything goes
sale of
straight to the
Nvidia.
treasury.
So I think, the Chinese and the Americans are in the middle of a chess match. You've got tariffs, you've got these things like Nvidia, you've got the TikTok transaction.
Yep.
So who knows what the Trump people are doing with the Chinese people and whether it ends up being one massive deal or do you end up with 4 or 5 medium-sized deals?
Yeah, you kind of sort of carve out sort of deals. Yeah, I think you're right. And, it's kind of interesting at this juncture because I think the president he's been, leaning on the world to get even. And, what he's done is, whether our viewers know it or not, I mean, we were charged outrageous tariffs constantly, and we did not charge back. And so what the president has done is absolutely the right thing to do. And maybe is helping to level the playing field out there so everybody can say, okay, it'll be 10% or 15% for everybody. But yeah, the sort of impact Nvidia and companies like that have on the overall economy is huge here. And the president wants to keep that rolling. And so, yeah, it'll be interesting to see. And hey, and guess who stepped into this picture? There was AMD kind of in the corner trying to fight their way. So is Broadcom. So now Broadcom is like, is that the next big player? Is that the next big one it's had a great run as well. So it'll be interesting to see how this all comes out in the wash.
Matter of fact, people should look at that stock if they think that, Nvidia's market share isn't going to go up, that they're going to be the guys with problems in China. But for everybody who's watching this, have a look at Broadcom. It's not on the radar for most people in the AI chip business, but I would look at it.
Yeah, I think you should as well. It ain't cheap, and You know,
Well,
we've
none
covered
of
this
them are.
stock. We've covered this stock for 15 years. You know, when it was $10, but before they changed their name, we covered them. And yeah, I think you're right. I think Broadcom's a good idea to look at. And again, we've had such a huge run, and we're probably due for a little fall correction. So maybe just kind of, put a little stock in there and then see if you don't get a little sell off to buy a little bit more.
Got it.